So I'm Coach Carol, otherwise known as Syndra, the goddess of fire, and I'm here today to talk to you about chaos, peace, and productivity. Not necessarily in that order. So here we go. I have a couple of visuals for you. The first visual is all about the chaos. That's right. That feeling where you've got the parents, you've got the kids, you've got, obligations, you've got clients that maybe aren't working out for you. You've got whatever it is that feels chaotic and you are getting knocked over, out of balance, tilted. This is supposed to be your peace and there's no peace happening here, or very little, and it becomes hard. You're in this whirlwind. And what you really want probably is something like this, right? That Zen feeling, the chaos is on the corners, or maybe it's off the page altogether, and you're able to really think and be your most productive, creative, amazing awesomeness. You may or may not be female. It's okay if you're a male. You can still be pretty darn awesome. If you're female, you might be thinking, yeah, that's my goddessness. And that would be great, because you're in really good company right there. So how do you get there? And what's this all about, this feeling so zen thing? I don't have time for that. You might be thinking that, right? So I've got a couple of questions for you that will help you get to that place where you are peacefully productive, no matter what your situation is. Are you ready? Here we go. Get a pen or a pencil, pause it, and write it down. Number one is, what does peace look like for you? You may be thinking, because immediately we go to why it can't be peaceful, why I'm too busy, why my situation is different. I've got this, I've got that, I've got something else. And we never think about, hang on, if I did have the peace that I want, what would that be? Would it be an hour in the morning? Would it be 15 minutes in the morning? Would it be none of the above? You're not a morning person. Maybe, though, it would be a good hour at work, whatever your work is, where you just weren't interrupted and you were able to work on your highest priority. Maybe that's peace to you, right? What's it look like to you? Write that thing down, because there's no right or wrong answer. The second part of this is to think back. Think back to when you did have that peace. Think back to when you were your creative best, when you came up with that brilliant idea, when you really felt on top of your game, when you really felt so awesome and peaceful. Think back to then and ask yourself, what kernels of awesome can I pull from that? What was my day like? What was my family life like? What tools did I have? How was I sleeping? What did I eat? What were my meditation practices, if anything? Did I go for walks? What was that all about? And write that down. Because even if it doesn't apply exactly, there is some crystal that you can then take out of that idea and transfer it into your day-to-day. Promise. So, when you're thinking about tactics, or thinking about transferring those crystals, what I want you to be thinking about, and I'm looking down at my notes to make sure I got all this for you, pockets of time, right? So to create those special pockets of time, because I get it. Most of us don't have days and weeks and, going to Tahiti and all the rest of it, but we can create those sacred pockets of time, because that's what gets us to our next level of greatness. And I would love to see you get to your next level of greatness, because here's what I know for sure. In chaos, never comes this amazing greatness, right? Nobody ever has had that happen. It's never been this swirl of insanity. People survive it. People might even do pretty well. But to get to that really top tier level of amazing, they're not going to be in that level of chaos. So whatever we can do to beat back the chaos and to be in our peace, whatever that looks like to you, that is your best tactic. So comment below what your best tactic is. whether it's getting up 15 minutes earlier, whether it's, shutting off your email for an hour a day, like whatever your thing is, maybe it's creating a retreat with yourself, taking yourself away on a Friday coming up to really just focus on who you want to be and what you want to do in your life. You never know. Stay tuned next week for Carol's Weekly Wisdom. I can't wait to see you there. Thank you. Bye-bye.